Brown's touchdown, he clearly pushes off in the end zone. The Puka Nakua penalty.
That was bad. Yeah, clearly.
What are you calling that penalty for? He's looking at the scoreboard. He's not even looking at the player.
Well, not only that, the hold at the the last drive.
Well, the hold in the last
Yeah.
drive
on when Nakua got held and they didn't call it.
Right, Nakua got held.
Yeah.
No, because the holding call against the Rams near the goal line was an excellent call.
Yep.
I mean, that was an excellent call. But, I mean, look, they're getting by, and they're 3-0. That's all that matters. That's the way the league is set up. And that's fine. And the Steelers got through and beat the Patriots 21-14. That's fine. You could have been Green Bay. You're up 10-0. You're not having a great game against let's face it, the Browns have an excellent defense. So let's not fool around with the Cleveland defense. You can make all the jokes you want about Cleveland. Don't make jokes about their defense.
Exactly.
They're really good. The Steelers wish they had Cleveland's defense.
Yeah.
But then to come back in the last, 4.5 minutes and get 13 points and win, block a kick. We had a lot of block kicks yesterday. 2 in the Rams-Eagles game. The one in the Jets-Bucks
game.
The Bucks came right back and scored and won the game on a field goal, 29-27.
Big Buka's having a great year for Tampa.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not surprised. I've always...
He's a veteran.
You always know that I always liked Buka.
Yep.
Emeka Buka. When he was at Ohio State, I thought, this guy's really a player.
Yep.
Let's get to Penn State, Oregon. Look, let's not have any pretense here. Oregon is a heck of a football team. They are really good. There's no getting around it. This is going to be a case of which team is, I think Penn State's really good. I think Oregon's really good. It's just going to be a question of the usual football stuff that comes into play. Giveaway, takeaway, field position, things like that. Some big plays, whatever. Crowd's going to be influential in the game without question. I mean, because Oregon's played the one road game, but the attendance at Northwestern was 12,023 was the number. So there's going to be approximately 99,000 more people than their last road game that they played in. That's what always impressed me about the Ohio State game here last year, is that Ohio State came in here, and that crowd, I know it was big noon, but that crowd was loud, wild. I mean,
incredible.
And Ohio State never once flinched up front. Never flinched. They had no pre-snap penalties the entire game. None.
No.
All right? And that really impressed me and showed me the mental makeup and the discipline of that team. I was impressed by that. And so, now the question is, Oregon, which, by the way, in that Northwestern game had no penalties.
Yeah.
Right? The question is, with 2 new tackles, because these are not the 2 tackles Penn State faced last year, how do they handle it? Because they haven't been in a position to handle it before. We'll find out. We may find out they're incredibly disciplined. We may find out that they move 3 or 4 times, and the crowd's going to go crazy every time it happens. But they're really good, which is what you expect. The tight end, Kenyon Sadiq, is a major league player. Good blocker, good receiver.
Blocker, too. Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
You look at, Moore, when he was at UCLA, his issue there was turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now you look at how he plays, more controlled. Can throw from the pocket, throws well. When roll right, accurate. But what impresses me is when he rolls left, his opposite side, squares his shoulders, just as accurate. He's very impressive with what he does. They've had a really good running game. They've been rotating guys through. Hill, the freshman's played some. Hughes, the transfer from Tulane, has not played as much as I thought he would play. Whittington has been hurt, but I expect he'll play this game. He's missed the last 2 games. So they've gone to Jaden Lamar. Well, Jaden Lamar's gone out and run the ball really well. And then in short yardage, they'll be using the freshman Davison, who has 6 touchdowns already this season through 4 games. They're bigger up front with Bear Alexander. They needed somebody to replace Derek Harmon. They got Bear Alexander to transfer in from USC. That was a big plus for them. Uyunglele is really good on the edge. I think he's a quality player. Betcher, the linebacker, 28, reminds me a lot of Carson Bruner of Washington. I talked glowingly last year about Bruner going into the Washington game last year, and Bruner's now with the Steelers. Right? Betcher, to me, is the same kind of player, just a good football player. And then Mixon, the other linebacker, has played very well this year. Tienemann's one of the better safeties. He was at Purdue, transferred over. Kennedy is the other kid on the other side. And let's give credit where credit's due. The two redshirt freshmen and the true freshman Finney so far have played well out there. And they're starting. I know they have Theron Johnson, the transfer from Northwestern, but he was hurt. He finally got back into the lineup against Oregon State. He played the opener with Montana State, got hurt, then missed the next two games, Oklahoma State, Northwestern. And, of course, the Northwestern game he was aching to play in because, he played at Northwestern. But he did get back in the lineup and play some the other day. Good kicking game. Same punter that Boise State's punter last year, Reynolds. In fact, he took off on a 21-yard run the other day. And then, of course, the place kicker is the same guy they had last year, who's very, very good. Very good. Look, they're really good. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's Oregon football. Absolutely.
Penn State's really good.
Yeah.
Oregon's really good. Now let's play ball on this particular night, find out who's better.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. It's like, let's not sugarcoat like, oh, I see this problem and that problem. No, they're both really good. And I think that's what makes, this is why you love games like these. You've had the build up to the entire month to get there.
Yeah.
And now here we go. Now you're going to find out. The stunner to me on Saturday was not Syracuse beating Clemson. And the tough news is Steve Angeli tore his Achilles. He's out for the year now, the quarterback for Syracuse, and he was playing so well for them.
Playing great.
That's not the stunner to me. The stunner to me was how much of a beatdown
Indiana
put on
absolutely.
Illinois. Look, I know Illinois is defensively is really dependent on three guys. Akis, 17, the defensive end, and the two Scotts at safety. Well, Xavier Scott was out of the game. Okay, and Miles Scott was then ejected in the first quarter from the game.
Target, yep.
Losing those, not having the one Scott and then losing the other one in the first quarter, suddenly their secondary had no chance against Indiana. And Mendoza, this is the first time I've watched Indiana play with him at quarterback. He was accurate as heck. It doesn't matter whether it's Cooper or Surratt or Williams. And, this is Tom Allen should get some credit. He's the one that recruited and signed Cooper. He's the one that got Williams to transfer from Clemson. Right? Now, Surratt came in with Signetti. But I'm impressed by Indiana in the trenches. They protect. They can run the ball. I think they're a good running football team. Not a great running football team, but a good running football team. And then their defensive front
good.
was all over Altmaier. And Jones, number 4, the linebacker, is a good player, emotional player. And that crowd was tremendous for them. All 50,000 seats in that place, 52,000 seats sold. And they sounded like there were 75,000 people there. It was a great night for Indiana. But that's the one that like I sat back and went, whoa. Got to the point where I started watching Miami against Florida. And in watching that game, Florida's defense is really good.
Yeah.
Right. Florida's defense is
really
good.
held Miami to 13. At 13 going in late into that fourth quarter.
Right. They're really good.
Yeah.
Their offense.
Yeah.
It's
abysmal.
Just very hard to watch.
Bad.
Very hard to watch. Now, part of that Miami played well defensively, but I'm not so sure how much it was Miami and how they're playing defensively and just the mediocrity of the Florida offense. Because remember, against LSU, they only gave up 20 points to LSU. That should be enough to give you a shot to win the game. They only scored 10 points in that game, and Lagway threw 5 interceptions. Well, this time he's not throwing a ton of interceptions, but I think it was 1 point. Was it in the first half? The longest play they had was 12 yards. They had one first down. I think they had one first down at halftime, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
I mean, because their defense.
Yeah, defense is good.
Yeah. And this is what I don't know who their defensive coordinator is. I'm sure Kirk mentioned it 12 times, but but this is what's difficult when you're a defensive coordinator and your offense doesn't give you a lot. There may be some areas where you want to take some chances, and you're hesitant to do it. Because if you take the chance and it doesn't pay off, right? If you're hesitant and it doesn't pay off, and they break a big play because you took a chance and to their credit they beat it, your offense can't get it back. So you play a little more cautious defensively. Keep everything in front of you because your offense isn't good enough to make up for a mistake that you make. And that, because you have to play defense to your offense, you have to play offense to your defense. And that was, defensively, Florida plays really well. And, in every single drive, they're being sent out there to keep us in the game, keep us in the game, keep us in the game. And they kept them in the game. Meanwhile, Texas Tech at Utah, I was impressed, except for one area, and this goes back to Saturday night coming up here. Rice-Eccles Stadium seats about 45,000 fans. Well, they're going wild, crazy, insane, the whole deal. And Texas Tech had 8 false start penalties in that game and still ran them out.
Still crushed them, yeah.
And Morton, the veteran, exits. He's hurt. They then bring Hammond, the freshman, in. Did he throw? He was impressive. The way he threw the ball, when he took off and ran. I was impressed by him. I mean, he could play for the 49ers today based on the schmoes you have. Just kidding about that.
Quite a few normal injuries.
I'm just saying, to his credit.
Yeah, absolutely.
He stepped in and played really well, but they owned the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, they went on the road, and I know they spent a lot of money before the June 30th deadline. I know they did. But you were allowed to. And I was impressed by Texas Tech. Joey McGuire's done a really good job with that program. So, I probably watched a little, kind of moved around and watched a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But, and then I watched Iowa Rutgers. The first half, I was like, I didn't know what I was watching. It's 21-21. I'm thinking. Then suddenly in the third quarter, an Iowa game broke out.
Yeah, that's what.
Suddenly nobody's moving the ball.
It is not often that I look at point spreads or overs and unders. I looked at the over in that game immediately when I saw 21-21. I thought, my goodness, and it was 43. I'm like, well, they're going to break this easily.
You know what? It's interesting you bring up the point spread. This is why gambling is gambling.
Mm-hmm.
What are the Eagles? Were they 5-6 point?
Yeah, and they covered.
Okay. Now, he's running out to kick a field goal on the final play of the game to win it. It's either going to be wide, good, or blocked. But the final score is either going to be a 2-point Rams win or a 1-point Eagles win. So you're sitting like going, Well, now it's blocked, and then Jordan Davis, who, by the way, ran 18.59 miles per hour.
For his size, he flew.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
I know he's lost, what has he lost, 20 pounds?
Yeah. Yep.
Right? That was impressive. Suddenly now you take that game, and the absolute last result, I mean, yeah, did you think it could be blocked? They blocked the last one, but blocked and that the game's over, right? The last thing you expect is he picks the ball up and runs it all the way back for a touchdown. And you got people like, what did I just see? Because they had money on the game. Like, what did I just see? Now, if you want to look at the overall context of the game, the Eagles' defense played really well in the red zone because they forced all those field goals.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason why they ended up winning the game, other than the fact that, they run the short yardage thing and they all, they have a tendency to jump. Like, what are we doing here? We're going to watch it closely. I'm like, so
the same thing happened.
I'm watching TV. I'm watching the game. We're going to watch it closely. I said, okay, fine. And I see the right guard take off. What are we doing here? Right?
Yeah.
Then when they show the replay, like, he's way offside.
Yeah.
It's like, I thought he was offside live. That's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
But we're going to watch it closely.
Yeah, I have a sneaky feeling if that's up for, and it may not be up for review. They've already said they may not review it next year. If it is up for review, I think the vote will be different because last week was a prime example because that was the only 425 game in the NFL, which meant all eyes were on that game. And all eyes coaches were on that game, all eyes NFL personnel were on that game and saw that. So I think that's something that's going to be looked at quite a bit. You hear Dean Blandino saying he's had enough of it because you can't officiate it the way he feels you can officiate it. So it's going to be an interesting debate in the offseason, again, if that is not reviewed. Because something's got to...
The league I think somebody made a statement, I think it was the league.
Yeah.
That...
they were going to watch it more closely.
No, that the ownership has spoken.
Yeah. And Sean McVay spoke yesterday about it. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
They voted against it.
Yeah.
But they didn't have enough votes.
Yeah.
You need 75% to change it.
Yeah.
I think they had 10 that voted for it. Well, that means the other 22 voted against it. Okay? So you've already got 2/3 of the league, slightly more than 2/3, voting against it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, well, the league voted. No, the league did not vote for it. The league voted against it.
No.
Okay? Spam, don't worry about that. I don't know why you're calling me, but I got you on my phone as potential spam. Right? So, but don't tell me the league voted for it. They did not vote for it. They voted against
Most
it. They
against
just
it.
didn't have enough votes
Sure.
against it to change it.
Yeah.
Right? I think they needed 2 more votes.
Yeah.
I think it's 24. If you get 24, you got it.
Yeah, it's 24 or 25. 24, I think it is.
24,
yeah, I think it is.
75%.
Yeah, 75. Yep.
Right? And so you're like, okay. Again, my problem is the pushing in the open field. That's dangerous. Because the runner doesn't see people coming from behind.
No.
Of course, you're people trying to tackle.
No, and it's dangerous on both sides of the ball, too.
It's dangerous for both sides.
Absolutely.
To me, the open, I've never been in favor of the pushing part.
No.
I mean,
no.
Mostly because of the open field part. To me, it's dangerous on both sides. Now, you're all trying to make the tackle. You got some big lineman coming and push, like, whoa, wait, like, let me make the tackle here. So, hey, but I mean, it's in there now, and it's like, Eagle fans, hey, they can't touch it. Hey, look, guess what? Hey, no offense, but so far this season, you cheated twice on it.
Yeah.
And you got away with it. Don't tell me you're the best at running whatever, okay? Against Kansas City, you got 2 of them getting a head start, like by a wide margin getting a head start. And the right guard yesterday, Steen, got a huge head start. But, what are we doing here? What are you watching?
Yeah.
See, I think they're spending so much time watching the defense, they're not watching the Eagles.
Right. I agree.
Right?
Yeah. Especially you go back to the NFC Championship last year.
Washington
exactly. Yeah.
Right? I mean, Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem.
And
I
it
think
also,
the biggest problem is they're actually watching.
yeah. And it takes away from the talent the Eagles have. They're an extremely talented team. They're one of the best in football, if not the best in football. And the talk is going to be that play. And that's the unfortunate part of it when you look at this team. They shut the Rams out in the second half. Well, held them to 7 points in the second half last night,
Right.
and
Again,
battled back.
But the
And the talk is going to be,
a bad call.
terrible
the A.J.
call.
Brown touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean,
He pushed off.
I know he kind of flails a little bit, but he pushed off. It's like it's in the wide open. It's an offensive interference play.
Yeah.
Okay, like you got to make again. I keep going back to make the easy calls.
Sure.
Okay, and then and people have complained about Kansas City not getting Kansas City always getting the benefit over the years in the Mahomes era. It's happening with this team right now. Now, do Eagles fans care? No, they don't care. They're 3-0. But if I'm the other teams in the league, I care. But I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I mean, because if you take those two plays out, just the two plays against Kansas City, and then yesterday on the push play, where it's a 5-yard penalty. Are they kicking field goals there? And guess what? If they're kicking field goals, they lose.
Yeah.
Because they're both fourth down plays. They go because it's poorly officiated, where an obvious thing happens. Like I'm watching it live. I'm sitting there. I'm watching it. I see him take off. I'm like, oh, God, they moved early. Right? And they're like, and touchdown. I'm going, he moved early. Then they show the replay. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Hey, it's one thing to brag you're the best. Guess what?
Yep.
Okay. Why are you cheating on it?
Yeah. Credit to Tom Brady because he sees the game as well as anybody I've ever seen in my life. He pointed that out better than anybody, clear as day, to Kevin Burkhardt, and that's, I think, what ultimately brought the debate up. Now, you see it live, there's no question, but him slowing it down.
I saw both of
so
them
did I.
live.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw both
so
of
did
them
I.
live. And I'm not sitting.
But when he slows it down like that, you're going to really see it.
And I want to point out something. I'm not sitting at home watching for it.
No, I'm not either.
I'm not sitting there
Absolutely
watching
not.
for it. I'm just watching it like I watch every game, right? I mean, I can see guys take off early when I'm doing a broadcast. I'll mention the next moved. I'll mention it. Why? Because I can see it.
You can see it. Clear as day.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just watching a TV. I'm not watching for it.
No.
And all of a sudden I go, oh, geez, they took off early.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It's not good when people at home are seeing it.
I agree.
Right? In real time, and the guys that are supposed to be looking for it in real time
aren't seeing it. Yeah.
It's not good. So I was thinking that anything else. The Bears were impressive yesterday. Let's give them credit.
Bears look great. Yep. I think you're starting to see their offense.
Well, you can see they play well.
Better.
I mean,
the
Green Bay game next Sunday night is going to be really interesting. The Packers are coming off a loss. Michael, of course, going back. They'll make a big deal out of that. But I don't think the Cowboys are that good. And I mean, the Giants game.
Inconsistent.
I mean, they should have lost the Giants game.
Very inconsistent. 1 week, Dak Prescott will have 400 yards. Their defense will play lights out.
I'll tell you.
Following week, the same. Opposite.
Who quietly is a very good team. Quietly, because the Colts people are like, hey, wow, they're 3.
Yeah.
Let's give credit where credit's due.
Jones is playing better.
Yeah,
playing a lot better.
But quietly, people don't talk about them. The Chargers are really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Mets and Tigers, can they hang on? Okay. At one point, the Tigers led the Central by 12 and a half.
I was going to say, they led that division by, boy, oh boy.
Is one. Now, the Tigers do go to Cleveland. Okay. so they can help themselves by taking 2 out of 3.
2 or 3 by
right? Because then they finish up at
Then they
Fenway
finish,
against
yeah,
the Red Sox.
sure.
The Guardians then go to Texas.
Yeah.
The Red Sox, meanwhile, are at Toronto and then home with Detroit.
Detroit, yeah.
Okay. This is a team, Cleveland, that has had incredible pitching.
Yeah.
I mean, really good pitching. Because you want to know why? Guess who's 27th in all of Major League Baseball in runs scored?
Cleveland.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
By the way, the Reds are clipping at the Mets' heels.
Yeah. Yeah,
The Reds are.
There's not a team.
I'll tell you, Terry Francona. Okay. He gets the Red Sox to 2 titles in 4 and 7.
Gets the Indians to a World Series.
Right.
Gets the Indians to a World Series.
Gets them to the World Series.
Yeah.
Consistently in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now he's at Cincinnati. Okay.
Fired by the Phillies.
Right.
Forgotten.
No, but you know what?
Sometimes that's learning. Yeah. Pete Carroll was the same way.
Sometimes like you're younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, it's your first time managing in the majors, the whole deal.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Yankees had to absorb 8 years of that first time managing in the majors.
Yeah. Yep. Joe Torre, same thing in St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis. Then he went to Atlanta.
Yep. Yep.
And guess what? He got him to the playoffs. Then he went to the Mets. Then with the Yankees, it looked like he had a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Right? And again, all this pitching they're doing at Cleveland is being done without Ortiz and Clase, who are both still suspended because they haven't determined what happened with the gambling pro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, the Reds have come on because they stumbled for a while because, believe it or not, since the end of July, they're actually 2 games under 500. But they've won 10 of their last 15. Okay. How about that? They just had a 4-game home sweep over the Cubs, and the Mets, who spent the gross domestic product of Guatemala on their roster. Holy mackerel. The Reds now have the Pirates, so they don't need a lot of runs to win there.
No.
Jeez. The Pirates have excellent pitching. They really do.
They do.
They do.
Yeah,
They
just don't score.
Don't score any runs. It's painful.
There's not been a team, full-fledged team in the majors in the second half, aside from the Brewers. I think they've played incredibly well. Even the Brewers have fallen off. But there's not been a team in the second half that you look at and say, wow.
The Dodgers have bullpen problems.
Yeah, they have problems.
Can I just say, Clayton Kershaw, tip of the cap.
Yeah, absolutely. 3,000 strikeouts.
18 phenomenal years. Consistently outstanding.
Yeah.
People don't realize this year, like the ceremonial year, he's 10-2. His ERA is 3.45. I mean, he may only be a 5-inning guy at this point in his career. I mean, he's pitched
Still good.
18 years of the thing, right? I mean, what a weekend it would have been if he and his childhood buddy Stafford had been able to pull off the deal. But Kershaw deserves all the accolades he's receiving. He's one of the all-time greats. So, I mean, I remember there was a point in the late teens where I was on the show and I was saying, hey, look, if I had a choice between Kershaw, I said, and John Lester to pitch Game 7, I would pick John Lester because Lester in that spot has always thrived. He won the deciding game in the 2007 World Series. He won the deciding game in the 2013 World Series. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, oh, no, Kershaw, let's give Kershaw his flowers here. Great, great pitcher and great professional. Great professional. And to see him go out on his terms, very impressive. And, All right. Well, UCF assistant former Alabama shot. Oh, man. Did you see that? Sean Clark from the Central Florida passed away. They just announced it now.
Oh.
That's awful. Awful. Just terrible. terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Sean Clark had been I think he was the head coach at Appalachian State, right?
Yes.
He's only 50 years old. 50 years old. He had a medical emergency on September 9th. They said he was making progress, and then all of a sudden, unexpectedly, just died. Oh, just awful. Awful, awful, awful. So.
50 years old.
Yeah. That's just terrible. And by the way, he did coach in Beaver Stadium as the
App State.
offensive
I remember
line
that.
coach. He was the offensive line coach and the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Okay, and then when Miles Sanders won
Sanders.
in overtime. Okay, off to the press conference. I'm going over. You gave me a list of questions. Unfortunately, your questions are dealing with Iowa. I don't understand. Because of George Kittle? I don't understand.
Got it breaking less than a month away from that game.
I've told people repeatedly, what's it like to work with him? He scares the daylights out of me. All right. Are you here all week?
I believe so.
Oh, gee.